Hey, all you cats and kittens. Carol Baskin here. Psych, it's me, Adam Ray. Gotcha. That's acting. So I'm on tour right now, guys, and the DC Improv last weekend was a blast. Thanks to everybody that came out, the staff, the fans, the new fans, the people, the strangers, the guy that was peeing on my sign when I walked up for the Thursday night show. Thank you. But the tour continues, Shits and Giggle 22, this weekend in Salem, Oregon. Salem, the Vegas of the Northwest. March 11th and 12th at the Affinity Room. Tickets at adamraycomedy.com. And then the tour continues March 24th through the 26th at the Comedy Vault in Batavia, Illinois. Woo, Batavia. We all love Batavia. And then the tour continues at the Irvine Improv, my first weekend there, April 15th through the 17th. Please come out, Irvine, local. Big show, surprise guest, April 15th to the 17th, Irvine Improv. All these tickets are available at adamraycomedy.com, where you can get my merch, other fun stuff, albums, Instagram Adam Ray Comedy, Twitter Adam Ray Comedy, and of course, Young Rock Season 2 premieres next Wednesday, March 15th. I'm playing Vince McMahon, and I'm in the show a lot more this season, not just 2 scenes, so you can actually tell people about it, all right? That's the info. A lot of great eps coming up. Enjoy this one with the very, very funny Craig Conant. Okay, so you've always been hustling.
Yes.
Selling firecrackers. I
sold the hooker flyers. I'd go to Vegas with my father and collect all the hooker flyers and sell them at school in 2nd grade. And then I got caught, and they sent me to the principal's office.
And the principal was like, give me all those cards.
They got stars over the nipples. This is legal.
Hey, it's Herbert. And you're listening to the About Last Night podcast, you slippery little son of a bitch.
About last night. About last night.
Welcome back to the About Last Night podcast with Green Juice's own Craig Conant. Craig Conant or Craig Conant?
Craig Conant.
What the fuck?
Craig Conant, bro.
Yeah, I've heard people say Conant.
Yeah, that's the wrong way.
Do you truly get perturbed when people do that?
No, not at all. I
Oh,
don't
who
give a
gives a
shit.
shit?
And
Yeah.
anybody who does get mad at that is a dum-dum.
Oh, I've had people correct me on their name to where it's like a slight thing. And I go, look, it's your name. I get that. But also,
Who cares?
you waited 5 years.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a window to correct me. Otherwise, you're that guy to me now.
I called my podcast producer the wrong name for about 8 years.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Lundgren, because his last name is Lund, but I added Lundgren because of Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah,
And
that's
in
fine.
my mind, that just was it. And then he corrected me on my pod, and I was like, what? And it's just like,
You and him have a lot of banter on the pod. The pod is usually just you, right?
yeah.
Community service.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that title?
I had to do court-ordered community service several times throughout my life, and then I thought it was fitting.
Have you always been a human cartoon?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
so like from the day I met you, which I feel like was at a Tammy Joe show.
In the Malo Cantina,
Right?
Taqueria. Yeah. I remember.
Was, right?
I love you, man.
I love you too, man. Also, it's there's an extra bond when you've known someone, for both of us probably from the get-go. I think I was only 3 or 4 years in when I met you.
Yeah, you saw me in my infancy.
Yes.
That was my first everything.
And it's just so cool to see someone consistently like that on shows where you're like, oh, we're fucking in. When you see people a lot at shows where you're like, and those shows that Tammy Joe ran at the Marlowe were all fun because there were always a crowd.
Yeah,
Some were better than others.
It was like one was like an open mic, one was hot and explosive,
Yeah.
and it was Murders Row. One, George, Jason Alexander was
Yes.
there. Remember that one?
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and but seeing someone a lot at that, it's also, we live in LA where there's a lot of people that just try comedy. I mean, we can probably name 10 people on our hands that you go, oh yeah, I started with that guy, haven't seen him in 5 years, or that girl saw her once every 3 months, and now she's maybe trying to get. There's just a lot of
visitors.
people.
They're visitors,
and they might not know that they're gonna be visitors. It's just, hey man, the grind gets you.
Oh,
And when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Who said that? Billy Ocean. We'll be right back. We'll keep it here.
I love Billy.
Do you really?
I don't know who that is. Billy
Caribbean Queen?
Is that old school shit?
Mo, do you mind pulling up our first clip here of
Billy
the day?
Ocean?
Billy Ocean. Pull up Billy Ocean's Caribbean Queen.
Run away, run away, run away? Is that like new wave shit?
No,
Who's
but I just
Billy
want to hear
Ocean?
you sing the rest of that song, though.
Do, 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 do.
Run away, run away. Is that what you're thinking?
No, I was thinking the old the do 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 do.
Oh, fuck. I think you're having a stroke. What?
Man, I ain't a musician. I'm a comedian.
Yeah. Billy Ocean, Caribbean Queen. Well, those shows really, you had to dig in and go, all right, I want to do this. So I would see you there all the time, and I just had an immediate. I was drawn to you because I was like, your look, your voice, you're funny. You had you were so new, but you had such a. You're who you are now, still, as that you were then, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Because it's like you've only just honed it, but you were like, that always stood out to me where I was like, oh, Craig was Craig right away.
Thank you. I never really knew what else to do, but I'm glad it all worked out.
Well, I think life got you, and we can get into as much as you want to of what you went through up until that point to where I think once you hit stage, you were just like, I mean, try to get me to not be me right now after everything I've kind of gone through.
It's just, yeah. You know, I could cliff notes my whole story. I was quite the big druggie for quite a long time. Yeah, we got arrested.
Which drugs?
I liked Oxycontin and cocaine.
Ooh.
And anything really. I was, what's there? You know, oh, that looks nice. You know,
For just because a friend showed you.
No, it's just like every movie ever. It just started like a party. You're like, hey, try this. You're like, oh, that's nice. I feel warm inside. And then it
did you
just
always
kept
have
going,
that? Yeah.
and then of course mushrooms, mushies, weed was constant.
Yeah.
I started smoking weed at 12 and I stopped at 29, and then I'm recently back now.
Great.
Yeah.
I think there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing.
Everyone needs a vice, dude.
Yeah, you need some. I made it 1 year of the pandemic, and then I was like, oh, thank God though, it saved me. I do abuse it a bit. But that's just weed.
Can I be honest? You were probably disappointing most fans, most people.
They were angry at me
that
when I
look
would
at
say
you.
no.
Yeah. Well, no to say no, but like no, thank you tonight. But
Yeah.
also to hear that you don't. That's like if you met Shaq and he's like, I don't play basketball. And
Yeah,
you're
they
like,
would get mad. They'd be like, what? I was like, but I smoked for 17 years. And then they would still be like, but not right now. And I'm like, that's a long time, guys.
Where were you those 17 years?
Yeah, I was like 17 years. I always say, I joke, I'm retired now. I'm out of retirement. Here
Hang up
we
the
are.
bong, yeah.
Wa-da-da-da.
What was your weed apparatus of choice?
I like it. Oh, I do it all, but I like a good sativa in the daytime.
But
Some,
like bong, joint, blunt.
Oh, I'm a joint man.
Yeah.
Bongs, pipes convenient, but mainly I like joints.
Yeah,
it's just,
I know.
It's just cool.
You look cool. You feel cool.
Fucking,
Socially, it's the coolest. You find yourself in circles you might not have ever been in because of a joint.
yeah, it's just fun.
At 12, that's ambitious. I was farting in a cup and making my sister smell it at 12.
I did that too.
Great.
We farted in peach shampoo.
That was my
bottles.
weed.
It smelled like peach suave. It was nice.
You farted in shampoo? Dude, but guess what? I don't care what shampoo you fart into. That fart is headlining that bottle.
Oh yeah, that was 80% caca.
In the battle of shampoo versus fart always wins.
Yeah, me and my sisters were crazy. We would, I would fart on my mother's pillow, and then she fucking threw the shoe at me.
How dare you? What did your mom do to you? You fart on her pillow.
She's just a sweet, nice lady.
Yeah, you just want to see her reaction.
Yeah, I'm more of a hellraiser. It was more on my end. She didn't really do much but make me a delicious dinner.
That was your way of saying thanks.
Thanks, mommy.
Wait, 12. Can you just break down being high at 12? Was it awesome? Did it suck?
It was the best thing that it made me laugh. I just laughed. I accidentally stabbed my buddy in the forearm a little bit. We were cutting oranges, and he ran up and scared me, and I just went, ah. And then, but it was a small prick.
Yeah.
And then we
He
laughed.
was or
and
the
we
cut
watched,
was?
The cut was.
Yeah.
And then we laughed and watched Goonies. And, yeah, it was just Goonies.
So you knew
and
how
oranges, Top Ramen, Kool-Aid.
You watched
Giggles.
all these.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
good. It's good.
Wait, so you're basically describing what the DARE program was saying not to, like.
I'm wearing a Dare hat right now, actually.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I mean, DARE was like, and I've heard many iterations of this type of joke where it's like, they were like, hey, don't smoke pot. It makes cartoons funnier and cookies better. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it was way better. Everything was better.
Did you just find the right amount at 12? Because like I feel like when you have no tolerance and you take a hit at 12, you're fucked.
It was yeah, you're right, because I don't think it was good weed. And had it been Fly Me to the Moon weed, it may not have been that story. We would have been like, what have we done?
Yeah.
We're on moon right now. We're on the moon. Because, yeah, that high does get you. It's hard to get that high for me now. It takes like some wax and edibles or something.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So pills, coke, weed.
Yeah.
And then
it wasn't until the bar scene. That's actually when the narcotics crept in.
Gotcha.
Go down to Hermosa Beach, California, and start drinking, and then everyone's like, here's coke and Molly and ecstasy. And
people that you knew?
Yeah, straight. It was just rampant. You know, it's the beach. It's L.A. It's
yeah.
Everyone wants drugs.
I'm always curious, you know, who is the person that you instill your trust in that gives you drugs? Because we've all done it where it's like you've been at a party, someone's like, hit this, take this. Like, you have to do a quick audition of their personality before you take it, unless you're just so like, even if you don't realize you're doing it.
Trust.
Yeah, there's a weird, you do like some RoboCop scan to be like, do I trust them? What do their shoes look like? Do they look me in the eyes? Are they licking their lips? Will they give me this?
He has a scar on his cheek. I trust him.
Yeah, that's Seal.
That's some good coke.
I'll take any coke from Seal.
If he doesn't have a scar, it's probably cut, you know?
Yeah.
The scar guy has the good coke is the ironic thing.
I think the scar guy, the tattoo guy you trust with drugs.
Yeah.
If it's a guy that doesn't look like he does drugs and he's giving it to you,
yeah,
you probably stay away, right?
Yeah, you're a narc. Or you're a rich Malibu kid and you got good dope.
Oh, really?
Those rich guys got
so the rich kids got the good shit.
The good dope.
Because they can pay for it.
They get paid for whatever. They get ripped off, but they don't give a fuck because they're rich.
So the drug dealers find the rich kids because they're like, we can give them fucking. It's like when I bought, what were they, cloves? Me and my buddy bought cloves from one of our friend's brothers. And he told us it was weed, and we tried to smoke it. Cloves or chives? What?
Cloves.
Cloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we rolled up and smoked it, and we were like, as soon as we fucking took, we were just like, this is not pot. But we like, we were too prideful to not do it anyway. We both looked at each other and we're like, just smoke it, just to say we did.
We tried all the things too: orange peels, banana peels, nutmeg. Blech.
Who's going around saying that smoking banana peels is going to get you fucked up?
We're just trying stuff.
Just trying it.
Yeah. Just trying to figure it out.
That's amazing, dude. Well, like everyone who sobers up, you had probably something, or what, a string of instances that made you go,
oh my heavens, yes. Too many. I'm a chill, nice, loving guy, and then
always have been.
The alcohol, the alcohol and the drug, narcotics mainly. Mushies and weed's fine. They just turn you into something that you're not.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't like, I for sure had problems and demons and all that shit. But I would just get buck wild. Like I'd be on the roof. I was the roof guy. I'd have firecrackers. And then I just kept getting arrested. And
yeah.
And then, yeah, you know.
What's getting arrested like?
It's the worst feeling in the world. They take your shoes and your phone, and you're just cold in a little cell, and they clank it. Oof. And then you're like, well, I'm not free anymore. And then I got bailed out and got lawyers, so I didn't really go to jail.
Cool.
But even the 3 nights that I spent, it's hard to explain. You just when the dog puts their tail between their legs.
Yep.
You know, you're just like that.
Did you meet anybody in jail?
Oh no, I never got processed in LA County.
You never had to be in a cell.
No, I was in a cell, but like I was the drunk tank, but nobody was there that night but me.
Thank God.
And then
I've heard some horror stories of the drunk tank.
Yeah, my buddy.
People
got
lose
pissed,
more than their phone and their
on,
keys.
And yeah, in a drunk tank paddy wagon in
Pissed
San Diego.
on.
He just
fuck.
Yeah, because it's drunks, you know, they're just pissing.
So what's your mom? So first of all, are you you said you were a fun-loving kid, right?
Yeah.
Goofy kid too?
Yeah, I was always just high on sugar kind of kid. You know? I was half Mexican, third kid, so there wasn't much supervision. I used to just run amok, dude. And wait, I forgot the incident. The whole claim to fame.
Yes.
I threw firecrackers at police on horses in Hermosa Beach, California on 4th of July when I was 25. I mean, near them. I didn't really mean to. I was just wasted.
Cop horses?
Yes, police officers on horses, a whole posse of them. And I did it in my act, and it went viral and kind of.
You've had a couple clips that have gone viral. Yeah.
And then so that's dope. But it's all true. I was wasted. I love firecrackers, and I was lit them and threw them down, and then I look up and there's a whole battalion of those guys, and then
circling you.
No, that I didn't even know. I was just like, in the joke I said I did it on purpose, but I didn't even see them. I was just having fun.
Yeah.
And I lit them, threw them, looked up, was like, oh fuck. And then they didn't know who did it, and I literally was like a movie. I had to walk through the cloud of smoke, but it's 4th of July, so there's like 1,000 people around me, so they don't know who did it. And then this guy rats me out. He was this guy with the bandana or some shit, or the backpack, and then I was that guy, so I just started running, and they got me, and then I was surrounded by all these people, and they were booing me, and I was like, I'm just having a good time.
Yeah.
I was having fun.
I was gonna say
America.
I was gonna say, what did you scream? Because when you're getting taken away and everyone's booing, you're screaming something in your defense.
I was like, hey, I'm sorry, it wasn't me.
Everybody loves fireworks. If you're in a backpack and a bandana, for sure you've got fireworks.
Yeah, I went to jail, and then I got bailed out real quick, and my family loves me, and then I took my sister's car, stuffed the back with fireworks, and drove to the hood to sell them all, because I was selling them at the time. And then
selling fireworks?
Yeah, you just sell them. The profit margin's quite nice.
I guess
this is in my past days. I'm a reformed man now.
Yeah, you're selling comedy merch now.
Yeah. You need a hoodie? I pay sale taxes on it.
You need a hoodie and a Roman candle? Call Craig.
I got some.
That is something. Well, first of all, if it's not 4th of July, fireworks aren't really around 24/7.
Well, I mean, that's what they can be. They can be. You just keep a stash in your garage, but they're good for Dodger championships, Laker championships, New Year's Eve.
Also, just
Halloween, maybe.
Why are they illegal?
Because America's gone bitch.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just firecrackers. So what? We happen to set on fire 3, 4, 5 times a year.
I'd say every 5 years someone blows a hand off.
Yeah. Or head. They die. There's like one every other year somebody dies.
But it's always like people that light something crazy and
Off
then go
their
back
head.
to check it. Or off their head. Yeah. So
I did that once, but I wore a beanie and I filmed it. I haven't posted it on the internet yet. I probably should.
Holy shit. Did you ever put firecrackers in mailboxes? We used to do that.
No, but I put a single firecracker in the back of my sister's pocket when she was wasted and lit it. It was very funny.
Oh my God.
It's just a little one. Just a little pow.
Did you freak out? Yeah.
She didn't even
That's
know.
funny.
She was like, what was that? We're like, oh my God.
Still didn't know? How drunk was she? Oh my God.
Just a little baby one,
Okay, so you've always been hustling.
Yes.
Selling firecrackers. I
sold the hooker flyers. I'd go to Vegas with my father and collect all the hooker flyers and sell them at school in 2nd grade. And then I got caught, and they sent me to the principal's office.
And the principal was like, give me all those cards.
They got stars over the nipples. This is legal. Give me my money
This
back.
is what you're saying. Did he take your money?
I don't remember.
He was like, look, I'll give you all your cards back.
I remember lying because I was scared, and I had done everything on my own, and my mother had known that. She knew that, and then they were like, where'd you get these? And I just said, my father's bottom drawer.
You ratted Dad out.
I ratted Dad out. That's for whacking me, Dad.
Oh, he hit you?
I mean, a little bit. Not too bad.
Everybody got smacked a
everyone got
little.
whacked. It was the 90s, bro.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. If you didn't get shoved or belted or elbowed or people elbowed or
made you act right.
Locked in a sleeping bag, that
Yeah.
was my sister and her friends, but they zipped me up in a sleeping bag for about 5 hours.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I thought I was going to die. Here's how much of a fat kid I was, too. My first thought wasn't I'm never going to see my family again. And it was like, fuck, I still got a chicken parm in the fridge.
But I have 2 Snickers left. I got Snickerdoodles in my cupboard.
King size.
In my cupboard. Who says cupboard anymore?
You do. All right. So
Pantry.
So you rat Dad out. Selling strict. By the way, that's a genius move because you basically said, what do people love? Naked boobies.
Titties.
As in this is elementary school or high school?
Jimmy ratted me out. Jimmy. I ain't
grade?
saying first and last names, but this kid, Jimmy, he's a cool kid. He's a little party guy. But he said a joke, and he said to this girl, he held one up, and he's like, hey, hey, Wendy, this will be you in 10 years or whatever.
Damn.
And then she started crying. She told the teacher.
Of course she did.
And then
And the teacher's like, well, he's right.
yeah. And then the teacher went to Jimmy, where'd you get this from? And then they pointed at me. I had a pocket full of quarters and hooker flyers, and they got me red-handed.
The worst things to have, the worst things to be in your pocket at that
I
moment.
said, hey, this is America. Come on. This is under the table cash.
Yeah.
How you think I get my ice cream sandwiches?
Yeah, there's those things. They're not giving them
It's
away.
delicious. That's 50
Wait a
cents.
second. So I want to explore the idea that like there's no loyalty with kids. Like, because getting in trouble. So this was elementary school.
Yeah.
Or was
Yeah.
it middle school?
People don't understand to mind the business.
What grade was it?
Yeah, it was elementary school, second grade, so I was 8 years old.
Second grade?
I
You
was
were
8
selling
years old
hooker
selling
flyers?
Hooker flyers and fireworks. Yeah.
Bro, this is the opening scene with your narration of your fucking sitcom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, my father was unconventional. He's a little bit of a hustler. My uncle's on, a bit of a hustlers too.
So
It ran in the family.
So you saw that?
Mhm.
Like, hey, just find ways to make cash?
Yeah, I remember my father burning evidence as a kid and telling me like, this is how you. I tried to make it into a bit, but it was a little bit too dark, and the audience would pull back because they're pussies, you know.
Yeah.
And it's he'd be burning the evidence. You got to burn the book, son. And he goes, and then I'd be like, Dad, I'm 9. Let's go play catch.
Yeah.
I don't need to know how to burn evidence.
Yeah. Can you teach me how to throw a slider first? Maybe we can curve out of this conversation.
But
Wow.
yeah. But he also, good dad, he taught me how to throw a slider and
Awesome.
curveball. We
Awesome.
played baseball quite a bit.
Awesome. Parents funny?
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you get the comedy
Extremely.
bug from? Them, for sure?
Both. My dad's real dry, sarcastic, and my mother's very silly, extremely silly. We laugh at funerals. They've been kicked. My mother and my aunt have been kicked out of several funerals because they laugh at inappropriate moments. It's like Larry David, but bigger women, Mexican, older, larger Mexican women, just
Laughing at what?
Just like they just go. Well, this is my mother she was taking her mother to a funeral. Her sister had passed. My grandmother's sister had passed, so my mom had an Astro van. My grandma's old. She's getting out. She has her hand on the door. My mom shuts the door on my grandmother's hand, and then my grandmother's holding her hand, crying, and at the funeral. And then my mom's funny, and my aunt and uncle's funny. I don't remember which one. They're all funny, though. Every single one of these motherfuckers. They grew up in the hood in the projects in San Pedro, so it's cracking jokes.
Yeah.
7 kids,
Yeah.
large Mexican family. And then I think it was my uncle, but they make the joke like is Grandma Kiki, their mother, crying because her sister just died or because her hand's broken. And then they all just fell out laughing.
That's
and then
great.
The priest stopped the ceremony because they're front row, that's immediate family. And he thought they were like laughing very loudly and emotionally. And then he realized they were all laughing. He goes, "Oh man, you guys gotta get out." And then and now I think they've been kicked out of 3 or 4, or they had to leave. They're just silly, crazy people. We fart a lot. We're loud. We barbecue in the parking lot at the hotels.
I love that.
We get down.
Just always down for a good time.
Oh yeah, Carne saw that at Motel 6, motherfucker. Let's do it.
Wow. And siblings?
2 older sisters, a million cousins. Yeah.
Family's important.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
have family dinner every week.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Always been
Say
envious of
nephew.
that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You're
Well,
Seattle.
Seattle, but also just never did that because just the family situation was just always all over the place.
Yeah.
But never. But I always dug when people did that because that's and I think I want to do that if I have kids. Like
Oh, you
that
got to,
feels
man.
like a.
What else is there?
Yeah, like especially once a week, it's like, yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't want to go to Friendsgiving and be suicidal.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I'll stay at home with some bonbons and feel better.
Wait,
about
so you've been
myself.
doing family dinners for how long?
My whole life growing up, and then they stopped for some time, and then
course.
my dad out of nowhere, I think mortality sank in. He had a little heart surgery maybe about 15 years ago. He's like, let's do family dinner, and then we started doing it again as adults.
Wow.
Because we did it as kids, and then my parents split up when I was about 10, 11 or
Me
some
too.
shit.
Yeah.
And then it stopped, I mean, we were still close, but it was just different.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, my dad was like, let's do family dinner.
With mom too?
No.
No.
But we're always close to her. She's
cool.
a big booty Mexican lady.
Oh, really? Are all Mexican gals big bootied?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They should be.
Wait,
If
so
they're not, I don't trust them.
So where do you get the stand up? Where do you find that? Because for having gone through everything you've gone through, and as much as you put in your body, I feel like also too that you are smarter than you let on, and I feel like you're and you're you've always been real kind, but you've got a good understanding of putting stories together and joke writing. So where does that come from?
I mean, this sounds cliche and cheesy, but it's just true. Everyone has said this too. It's just kind of in you, anyone who's in the game. It's like a calling. So I always was class clown, knucklehead guy, firecracker fart bomb kid. I love that shit.
Making the class laugh.
Waiting for that moment.
Didn't care about getting in trouble.
No, didn't care. Get detention.
Yep.
Get Saturday school. You don't show up. In-house suspension on Monday. You're welcome, kids. Not sure if that's a thing.
Yeah.
Loophole.
Yeah.
I ain't coming on the weekend. Fuck you. Anyways,
getting the laugh was more important than
for sure.
How much trouble.
I remember waiting. This must have been 5th, 6th grade. Substitute teacher, write his name, Mr. Owl. I just sat there waiting, got quiet. I raised my hand. He goes, yes. And I go, Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? I was 10, 11. And bam, killed, bro. And then that fucker ratted me out to my real teacher and wrote me, and I got detention for that.
What a dick.
What a dick. He should have been like, you're funny.
Yes, dude.
He wrote me up. Fucking narc. You're all fucking narcs.
Maybe he lost his sense of smell and he
your
can't
soul's dead.
enjoy
Mine's alive, bitch. You trying to put my light out? You know what I mean? That's a light putter outer.
Hilarious. That's
There's
what you said, and that's what got you in
and there's
trouble.
builders. You know what I'm saying? That guy's a destroyer. I'm
Wouldn't
a
it be
builder.
great if
You're
he was
a builder. We're all builders. We're all building here.
If you said that and that's what got you in trouble.
Yeah. And then
that was funny, Craig. You go, well, why don't you laugh, dude? You're dead inside. He's like, all right, now I'm gonna send to the office.
Good luck at home with that hot knife on your throat. I'll be laughing it up. I have a future. What are you gonna do? Eat your cornbread.
The substitute teacher is a tough job.
Yeah, I know.
Because you're.
I'm sorry.
No.
I broke a couple teachers.
But they also I think you have an amazing opportunity to to gain the respect of the kids by coming in and not having any pressure to make connections or pals. And if they fuck with you and you take it, bro, these kids are they're gonna love you. They're gonna be requesting you.
It's how you win. It's how you not get bullied if you're tiny. Be funny.
Yeah.
You got to do something.
Also, I just find it so interesting that a kid makes a joke, especially that wasn't even you being
that was a clean joke.
Hey,
that wasn't hey shithead.
Yeah. I can see a tiny dick through those trousers. If you said that, I can understand.
Get out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, I had that coming. Sorry about that. I thought I didn't know it was a clean room. Hey. So it was in the blood, and then it's in my family. I swear to God, my sister's funnier than me. My Mexican side, every single one of my aunts and uncles is hilarious. My mom's so funny. And then and my dad and the white side, the Nana, they were very dry. So they all were funny, thank God. And then I didn't even know it was a possibility, to
do stand up.
No, because I didn't. It was just get a job, go to work, and then I'd watch Conan O'Brien. I'd be like, I could do this shit. Because I was always the guy at the parties, cracking jokes.
You were.
I was like, that's a joke. That's a laugh. That and you know how you that killed. How do I take that on stage?
You were just clocking it too. When you'd say stuff, Would you
pop, pop,
analyze what you said and why it was funny? Yeah.
It was already in joke format. I just had no idea what I was doing. And then I tell my friends and family, I could do stand up. They don't know. And they're like, no, you can't. So then I kept it to myself. And then I took
No, you can't. Because they
don't understand. They don't understand.
They're too far removed from it to even understand how you would do it.
Yeah.
Right?
And then I just, that horse firecracker incident took place. That's important because I was literally a loser on drugs, living at home with mama.
At what age?
In the jail cell, that was 25. And
no college.
No college. And then I was just fuck, paycheck to paycheck, drug addict.
Paycheck to paycheck where?
Trader Joe's. Trader fucking Joe's, dude. arrested in Trader Joe's. Got arrested 2 times. Showed up to work.
They let you back.
They let me back.
So Trader Joe's
saved my life several times over. Fired me later for a little incident.
Yeah.
And but it was when I was ready. I was sober. I accumulated enough career and networking and followers, and got to where I needed to be to where I could actually make a living off of stand-up.
So real quick, you were living at home. You said loser on drugs, but would you just get it together enough to go to work, or were you? Fucked up at work
I was a functioning drug addict.
Gotcha.
I was too poor. Like it's a new bit I wrote, but it's so true. It's just like I say I'm so grateful that I was that my finances never allowed me to be the drug addict that I aspired to be, because I couldn't afford the you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it was always a shuffle of money.
It's almost like they say, I can't remember who had this joke where they go about Bill Clinton or presidents cheating. They go, "You're as good as your options," right?
Yeah.
So it's like, of course, this, like, I don't know, Bob Dole wasn't cheating because, like, look at him or whatever, but like versus Clinton. So it's like, if you didn't have the money to buy on drugs, you couldn't get as high as you wanted.
And then that's why all the rich kids fucking overdose, because they just got money, dude. I remember in high school, like, we'd have weed and they'd have like heroin, and we'd be like, whoa. And I try to make that funny, but it's too dark. So I was like, I want to do that. But in 8 years, when life hits me, like, I don't have rent yet. I don't need that. Some OG Kush is just fine.
Yeah.
Those kids they have access to money. And
I imagine
where was I going?
Trader Joe's, but then we were building to just seeing stand up. But real quick, we'll come back to Trader Joe's. I got a ton of Trader Joe's questions. So you see Conant, you're like, I think I can do this. You start clocking how to do comedy.
Yeah.
You're making your family laugh at parties, get-togethers. You're 25, you're living at home, and you're like, what? You're basically like, do you just get to a low enough point to where you're like, I got to turn around?
Yeah, that's the whole point, the firecracker shit.
Yes.
I was in jail, and I was like, I'm fucking done. I'm done. I can't, like, this shit's got to go. I can't live like this. So I said I was going to get sober and get into stand-up. And I had actually just saw Tim Allen on Shatner's Raw Nerve. And he was saying how so this is important, because I saw that show and then I got arrested. And then Tim Allen said he just got caught for smuggling cocaine, and he had to go to jail for prison for 2 years. And he goes and does this comedy club and he kills. It's his first time. And then the club owner was like, "You're funny. Like, I'll put you up whenever you want." He goes, "I have to go to prison for 2 years, but when I get out, I'm gonna come back, and you put me up." And the guy was like, "Yes." So then Tim Allen goes to prison, gets out, and then comes back, and he's like, "I'm back." The guy puts him up. He becomes Tim Allen. He saved the tile from the kitchen. So I see that. So that plants the seed.
Wow.
And then I get arrested. I'm like, and then I have all these, like, it's in me, and then I'm just like, fuck it. And then I take a stand-up comedy class. I start doing open mics. I go to Second City. I meet Tammy Joe. I start doing Malo Cantina and runnings down for stage time. And
You just said right away, like, whatever I can do.
Yeah.
Did you even ask Tammy, like, hey, how can I
yeah. Oh, I did everything. I'm a hustler, man. Because, it's bringer shows. You got to bring people. That gets exhausted. I did that. I brought as many people as I could for as long as I could, played the game of that. And people have mixed emotions about that.
Oh, I did a bunch too. There's just other. You can't have that be the sole way. There's got to be.
I did. Well, I did open mics and that.
Yes.
I liked a little bit of both, because 100% of either is crazy. But so then I'm just like, I'll run sound, I'll do light, I'll host, I'll clean, I'll fucking set up.
Which people need to understand, like, that's a big deal, because
you got to be useful.
Yes, a lot of, and also understand where you are in this. It's like at that stage, you're not bringing anything to the show other than just filling space.
Yeah.
Like and so to just be asking for, like, put me up, and they're like, who the fuck are you? You're not selling any tickets. You're not adding. Yeah. I'm helping you. So what are you adding? And so that's very smart of you to think, like, how can I make myself more of a commodity here?
Oh, yeah.
Because I know a lot of young comics that have started and stopped, or are still in it, but still just never grasped the, like, what can I do on top of.
What are you bringing to the table?
Yes.
You got to offer shit.
Yeah.
If you're not famous, you need to do something.
Somebody tell you to do that, or do you just go, just have that in you to go, like, I need to
that.
find.
I mean, I was selling hooker flyers at 8 years old.
That's right.
Bro.
I forgot.
Come on, man.
I fucking forgot. By the way, Mo, real quick, just because I'm thinking of this, is there any way you can turn, like, both of us audio in post? Can you, like, turn the audio up, or is that something you have to do? Okay, great. So when we're done with this, maybe you can. I just got a few comments from the last few about like it being maybe need to be a little higher. So I just thought of that. Okay, so that's crazy. That's crazy that you had that thought to me. I guess I just am like really fascinated by having a moment of like the aha moment and then making good on it. Because like I'm sure everyone in their life has had a time where they're like, fuck, I need to, you self-motivate and I need to do this. I know that I'm not doing enough. I need to do this or like, and whether it is that one moment where you go, I'm turning it around, but you truly had it and then you did it.
Yeah, I didn't really have much of an option because
yeah.
it was just like death or jail or Loserville or success. So I was like, this one looks a little brighter over here. Let's go down the yellow brick road.
Here's what's interesting to me as well.
You're so inviting, Mo. I just want to look at you.
I know, dude. That fucking stash. It's one of very few stashes that I look at and I don't feel like getting popcorn or feeling like I'm going to end up on an episode of Dr. Phil where he goes, "Who touched you?"
Yeah, fuck that guy, huh?
I mean, yes, but I want him.
I make a lot of money.
No. I really don't. I just want him on the show at some point.
Is it from me, not him?
I know Kirk Fox is really good friends with him. He plays tennis with him. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. If you're a little bit of a snake oil salesman, if you're
I don't trust that man.
Really?
I don't look at him and get good vibes.
You could have been on an episode had you stayed the firecracker.
I know, but I got myself together. I don't need you, Dr. Phil.
Well, real quick, Craig, let's pretend as if you were on the show, okay? Welcome back to Dr. Phil. I'm here with Craig Conant. Is it Conant or Conant?
You're freaking me out, man.
So, look, I heard you were selling hooker photographs at age 9 and fireworks at age 10. What compels someone to sell naked bodies to their friends?
It's called money, and it was 8 years old. I was 8, motherfucker. Get your facts straight, doctor. Some doctor, huh? You don't even remember.
Hey, watch your fucking language, cocksucker. What was the best firework that kids bought?
Ooh. Roman candles, big hit.
Why?
You get to hold them and shoot fiery balls. You could put them between your legs, have wars with your friend. You shoot your friend. Shoot your friend in the face.
Like sword fight with a fireball.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds fun.
Dangerous.
Now, did you ever encounter women who were intrigued or would become aroused with your level of success in the firework franchise?
Maybe some ladies show me some titties for some mortar bombs.
We'll be right back.
Just joking.
That's
just
amazing.
Jokes, everybody.
No,
you gotta
no.
say that these days. He traded fireworks for nipple.
By the way, that's a great trade. Are you kidding me?
I know.
Hey,
I wish it was
we
true.
have you were the original Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Beads for boobs, fireworks for titties. Come on.
Come on now. Beads are useless.
Real quick
At least
question.
A firecracker, you can light it off.
Real quick tangent. Do you remember the first set of breasts you did see live?
Oh.
Whether it was you were supposed to or not.
I saw. Yeah, I was at the VFW or the American Legion in Lomita or Harbor City. I was with my father. I must have been about 9 years old, and the stripper came out, and I saw it, and I was like, wow. And I remember the hairs stuck up on the back of my neck, and I was just like, boner alert,
Yeah.
And then my dad passed me to his friend Mike and was like, hey, watch my son. And then he went and got a lap dance real quick. And I had to wait outside in the hallway. And I was like, this is bullshit. Let me in there.
Well, you wouldn't have wanted to watch your dad get a dance, right?
No, I wanted to get a dance.
At 9.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, of course, man. Those titties, dude.
Yeah,
it was
I guess,
exciting.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't really understand what was going on.
No.
But I knew, I was like, whoa, that's dope. I was always attracted to women. I remember in like kindergarten, like when they wash your hands and their chi-chis would be in your face, and I'd just be like, wow.
Who would wait? What? They would wash your hands.
It would just be cheats, like in grade school, people helping you out. They bend down your short, and then just be titties in your face. And I just remember smiling and being like, I like this.
Wow,
this is dope.
Wow.
And I remember that at 5 years old, I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a bit young,
Not really. This is another great scene in your sitcom, by the way.
I went to Vegas out the womb, you know? So I was just like, you just saw showgirls and hooker flyers. So I was like, I'm with it.
Yeah, if you get Vegas introed to you that early, how can you not have an open-minded, extra curious mind?
It's exciting.
Yeah. First boobs I saw was at sixth grade sleepaway camp. They took the 3 sixth grade classes, and the girl who was probably the most developed, one of 3, a bee flew up her shirt, and she ripped that thing off like she was Michael Jordan getting called off the bench in college to go in for the last play of the game. Fucking run right to the scorer's table. And it was in the middle of camp where it was like people that were shooting archery, like record scratch. Like it was the bee. It was a 1, 2, 3 of like the bee went up. She screamed. It was like she did it to herself by screaming and drawing so much attention.
Well, it is the bee. I mean,
yeah. And then shirt off, and then ran around and the bee, like to get away, but ran like in a circle, and then stopped, and then
I've done that
jumping
with
jacks, and she started licking them like it was.
Wow, wow, that's a good bee. That's a good.
We found out her and the bee were in cahoots. Yeah, she planned it.
Yeah,
that was the start of OnlyFans.
Yeah,
no, but it was. I remember being like, "Holy shit!"
She launched the clothing line. It's called Dash. It's called Burt's Bees.
Burt's Bees. Can you imagine if she's the one who started that?
Tits Bees. I remember doing that for a spider and just being like, whoop, I'm naked.
Are you?
That was a big fucking spider.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not wearing anything after that, you know?
Fuck that. Burn the clothes, too.
Oh, fuck off, man. Spiders, dude. A bee I can handle. A spider, I'll be like, whoop, whoop.
What? I was just going to say, are you an animal creature?
Oh,
insect?
yeah, I have 2 cats. I love cats.
You love cats, huh?
I love dogs, too. I'm a cat lady.
Break down the cat love for me.
It happened to me. I was raised to hate cats. My dad was like, fuck cats, dogs only. I had a dog growing up, you know. And then I got a cat knocking on my door, an old Sweetser down the street.
Nice.
And he came into my life, Mr. Cat. And then
his name's Mr. Cat.
Yeah, I had him for a week. And then I took him to the vet, and then the vet was like, he's got a chip, he's got a home right here. I returned him to the home. I said, hey, I love your cat. Can I have your cat? And then they gave me their cat.
Wow.
They had 3 cats and 2 dogs and 2 kids, and they were moving. And I was like, come on, I'm a lonely comedian. Give me a cat.
You did do that.
I did, I swear. And then they did. The daughter did. It was her cat. And then
a sweet move.
He came up with dogs, though, so I got a good cat. This fool's like Lassie. I whistle, he comes home. And then Boo, we got another cat, and she's a little off her rocker. And she'll like just fall off the table and land on her back. You're like, you're a cat. Like, what's going on here? Nobody touched you. You know? And then she's just so she's dope. But I know what you mean, because there are cats that hide under the bed and never come out.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't want that cat. And then there's cats that attack, but that's like rare. I mean, that happens, but it's like pit bulls. Like there's sweet pit bulls, and then there's pit bulls raised to fight each other.
Right.
You can't get that one. You just get this one.
Yeah.
That's it. But cats are the best because you can leave them for 3 to 5 fucking days, bro.
So that's
if you're a comic,
right?
Come on.
But so that's, and also, you know, the argument goes both ways of like, why do you get something if you can leave it? But then with a dog, it's like you enjoy. Like I just, you know, got back yesterday and see my dog Pickle. She went nuts. It was amazing. And then, but then I also, you know, she was with a friend, thankfully. But there is an element where you're like, oh, yeah, it would be nice to not have to worry. And be like, they're chill.
Dogs, I am all for getting a dog if you have like a home and a wife and a family to take care of the thing. I see my comic friends with dog hotels. I mean, those things are so expensive.
How does a cat express its love other than just staring you in the fucking eyes? That's also
why I love, because they are super affectionate.
They are.
Only sometimes and when they want to be. So you're never exhausted of it. It's almost like chasing a dude. It's like they're dudes. They're just like, nope, just enough. I'm like, I want more love, you know? And they're just like, no. Cold shoulder. But then they'll do the little, they pet their little paws on your tummy. Because they when they're a kitten, they do that to the mama to get more breast milk at the tit. So it's like a sign of affection and love. And when they do that and they're purring, and then your little heart just melts and you're just like, and you just tickle behind their ears.
That's adorable.
And it's the sweetest little, and then they lick you, and they got rough tongues. It's so cute.
The purr scares me. The purr always feels like
the hiss is
a precursor before a bite and a swallow.
Good. Purrs love. Hiss. That's the bad.
You don't want that.
No, that's bad. Purr's good.
Would you ever? Does your love for cats go beyond house cats? Like, would you be one of these Tiger Kings or Siegfried and Roy?
No, I'm good on that.
Yeah,
I'm good on that. But it's beautiful. I love
I've seen
it.
baby tigers and they look cute as fuck.
Yeah.
But
I don't. Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah,
it's a bit much. Let that be free and wild.
Okay, so you're 25. You're like, I got to get this shit together. You start doing open mics. I meet you at Tammy Joe's show. You're in it to win it. You're doing everything you can to be in it and to create your own good luck and opportunities, right? When do you feel like, what is your family thinking at this point, by the way? Just thank God that you're doing something and not being, or does it seem so far-fetched and like not real to them that they're like, fuck, you went from drugs to comedy? I would have rather you just kept doing drugs.
It wasn't definitely not that, but it was like, oh, it's like a hobby. Oh, he's doing that thing. And then as the years go by and then you get successful and make money and get followers and sell tickets and et cetera and so on, they go, oh, he's like making a living. Yeah. And then now I got that hoodie money and I'd be like, Mama, I got lunch now.
Where do they get? Oh, that's a big deal.
I got this Mediterranean chicken on me. Fanous Grill. Shout out to Fanous Grill.
Yeah, that's not cheap.
Best eaten in Torrance.
Where do people get your merch at real quick?
On my website, craigconant.com.
Oh, your tour dates and merch is there.
Oh, yeah, everything. Craig Conant, Craig P. Conant. You'll see me. I'm out there.
Yeah, right out of the gate, you started coming up with merch, right?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like as soon as that firecracker video or the Trader Joe story
out the
popped,
gate,
you were like, you were like,
as soon as I went viral, I was like, podcast, merch, hustle, make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you went on the road with Chris for a little bit? That was a nice boost, right?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Those are good shows?
Oh yeah, sold out, electric.
First taste of that.
Yeah,
right?
Theaters as big as 5,500 was my record that I did with him. I was like, damn, this is dope. Yeah, just sold out theaters. It's crazy.
You get an extra boost from that for sure, right?
For sure. I am grateful that most of my fan base came independently because it's good to be a man of your own volition, because most of my shit came from Facebook. Driving on Mushies went super viral on Facebook. I got like 6-7 million hits on that mofo. Wow. And then the firecracker horse assault bit at the Laugh Factory. Yeah. So Laugh Factory, and then for sure he gave me a boost, but it was mainly those two things is where I got. Because and the Trader Joe's fart incident. There's quite a bit of viral videos. I farted on my manager and filmed it and put it on Instagram.
And that blew up?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Was that when you got fired?
Uh-huh.
So you got fired and then you farted on him?
Well, I got fired for farting on him.
Farts will never not be funny, especially when they're used to be the exclamation point of a career.
It sounds made up, but it's just poetic, and there's video evidence. It's just perfect.
Can you break down for me, and we'll even maybe, can we find the video on YouTube?
Oh, yeah. It's out there.
Can you break down what you were thinking going into this day, knowing that this is how you're about to close things out?
So what really I have it in my act and on social media and all that stuff, but what really had happened was I was filming all my antics at Trader Joe's, and I was just a wild son of a bitch. I was shaking up sodas and selling them to people and filming it, and I'd climb on the roof of the fridge, and I'd ride a scooter inside and just... I was nuts, man. I was just I didn't give a fuck if I was fired. And I was just gonna comedian. Ask. It was for comedy, And then, but I was getting it was popping, Like I remember people would send people shit. I remember someone sent like Tia and Tamara my shit. I'm like, look at this guy at Trader Joe's. Sister. And she responded like to me like it was them. She's like, oh my God, he's crazy. I said, it's me, girl. What's up? And then she never responded.
Of course.
But it was like.
Here we go. Farts on manager.
Oh, that's my stand-up.
Farting security guard is fired.
That's my. Oh, is it?
That's not you.
Oh, it's on my Instagram. Are you gonna watch it right now, or do you want the link for later?
Obviously, we can pull it up now. Is it?
It's on my Instagram. #fired4farting. I need to put it on YouTube. I'm very unorganized. It's on my TikTok and my Instagram.
Wow.
Fired for farting with the number 4, not the full word. Look better. Look much better.
So going into the day, did you know? Were you like, I'm gonna do this at the end of the shift or like the beginning?
No, I just farting on him. He was my buddy. I just fart on him whenever he fart on me. I fart on him. We were just doing it.
Okay.
So wait, but like, oh, there it is.
I throw these headphones on. Thanks, Mo.
Hey, I'm at Trader Joe's right here. That's my manager. He's a fart ass. Oh, what do you think of that, manager, man? Are you going to write me up for farting on you, huh? What are you going to do? I farted on him. I'm sorry. Water. It's a little... And then, so that was just a minimal fart. It was way more better shit than that. But it wasn't just that. Like, I would, I would post.
That's 101,000 views.
I'd post, the original one I deleted because I got in trouble, and then they're like, we might not fire you, so I deleted all the evidence. And then they fired me, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I had to repost everything, but I lost all those good algorithms, you know. But anyways, it was the antics, and somebody up north ratted me out. He was like, look at this guy in the store, because I have a highlight on my Instagram of all the Trader Joe shit I was doing. And then he showed it, and then the manager ratted me out to corporate, and corporate contacted my store right here in West Hollywood. And the manager that fired me, he's like my friend. He went to my show Saturday at the Comedy Store and then fired me Tuesday. And it was like, he was emotional. He's like crying. I'm almost crying. We're both almost crying. He's like, because it was we were friends, you know? And it was just hilarious because he's like, it's been brought to my attention that you've been, you know, farting around but in my head, I'm like, man, you're in the videos. I was tagging you. You shared them, you know, but obviously I'm not going to rat him out so he loses his job too. Yeah. And then it was just corporate making him do that. And then we still talk to this day. He's like, I'm so happy that I fired you that day. And like, I know, bro, I love you. His hand was forced. He didn't do it because he would joke around all day. We'd be farting around, not literally and figuratively, you know.
But that cut the cord.
And, and then they denied me unemployment. I don't know if it was the company or the state, but I had to fight it. So then I was just scared, and I hired a lawyer who was a comedian, and I just had to tag him in some posts and get him some followers for him to represent me, and he got it overturned, and then I got money. But I didn't get it for like 6 months, so that's when I was like, I gotta hustle, sling merch, and I sold all my Trader Joe's uniforms for like $3,000. I was signing them, slinging them, Venmo through the DMs. I was like, I had auto text populated. I'd be like, DM me your name and address and Venmo me this, and then I'd be like, I'll send you what size, what color you want. That shit sold out in like 45 minutes. It's still in the highlight reel. I think I had to take it down because people still hit me up. You got any of that Trader Joe shit?
Grab extra aprons before you left?
I hit up all my coworkers. I was like, give me your old shit. And then they'd give me their old shit they didn't want.
They didn't care.
No.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. Got to get that money, man.
A true grind. I mean, yeah, you do. And I guess when you don't have a safety net, man, that's truly when you get to figure out what you're made of and push comes to shove. I mean, fuck, dude. I mean, I used to dress up as characters for like
you were Wolverine, I remember. Yeah.
Wolverine, though. I would go on Craigslist.
I forgot to tell you, I love you, bro. You inspired me so much. You taught me a lot at Malo Cantina about stand-up, but I would always watch you work. And then also you asked me, because I had a good set one night, and you're like, hey, I want to help you get on Adam Devine's house party. But I was brand new, and I wasn't ready yet, and I fucking knew it. Yeah. And then you asked me for tape, and I didn't have it, because everything I had at that point, I was taping every set, but I'd always pause in the middle of it and be like, and like a deer in the headlights. Yep. So I was like, I can't submit this to get on TV when I go, you know? And then I finally got some good tape, but it took a while. It's hard, you know, to get good tape. And I send it, you're like, dude, this is too late. And I was like, I still never forget that, though, you know, that the olive branch.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But I just wasn't ready.
Well,
I should have lied. Fake it till you make it.
No, good on you, man. I mean,
I don't want to be in TV and freeze like a fucking deer in headlights.
Also, like, things happen, I believe, when they're supposed to happen. And it's like you know, those types of things you go, okay, cool. Like, I'll take the boost of someone thinking I'm good enough to maybe, you know, be a part of this. And then, you know, because, I mean, we both know, like, as you go through this, you need these, like, validations every so often to keep you going. Whether it's from a stranger or someone you're just getting to know, or a booker, somebody that just says something, not just great set, but something specific, or somebody that DMs you, like your comedy got through whatever. It's like those things matter,
so
man.
Much, because we're in the trenches, dude. I'm fucking headlining now. I'm still in the trenches. I'm just in a higher level of trenches now.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought I was out the trenches.
Right? I know. It never stops.
Get to work.
Well, even look at these guys that, like, I mean, even like Chappelle, like it doesn't, you don't get to a level, do 3 Netflix specials and then you call it. Then it's like,
What's next?
what's next, man?
What's next? I love Chris Rock's definition of success. He says it's options. What do I want to do? Do I want to write a book? Do I want to do a movie? Do I want to do a stand-up special? And I love that. It makes me happy.
What do you want to do?
Stand-up.
That's it.
I love stand-up. I'll be the weird neighbor in a sitcom for sure.
Yeah.
But acting doesn't spark my soul like stand-up does.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, look, I have dreams and aspirations to do what Sandler is doing, which is just be at a level to where I can make anything that I want to and straight up just be like the way he was with Swartzen and Schneider and go, hey, Craig, like, I have this idea for a movie.
Let's go to Hawaii.
Write this. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I have this movie that for like you and Francisco Ramos, so like a fucking buddy heist, whatever.
I love
Let's
Francisco.
write this and then know that you get to make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That just seems like the fucking best.
Green light.
Yeah,
Just
because
like,
also,
bam.
man, there are just so many funny people, but also then I split that in half of funny people that also have like something different to bring to the table and then also have a grind that
Have a
I feel
work
like I've
ethic.
seen that I'm like, oh, I wish I had the power to like reward that more.
That will show up. Yeah, exactly. It is a respect thing. It is a paid your dues thing. I like a vetting process.
Yeah.
And not that anybody who's new and brand new, if they're a shining, shimmering light, of course, they'll skyrocket.
Sure.
But it's just like, you just get people where they're just like asking you how, like, just the shortcut people, You're just like, how did
Take
you
it personally,
get
right?
this?
Yeah.
And you're just like, get to fucking work, bro. What have you done?
Yeah.
Go do anything and everything that you can. What do you mean? How? Anything. I was running sound. I was the music guy in a taqueria. I was the fucking DJ at a taco hut for 7 minutes. Go do what the fuck you got to do, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Facts, man. So no, you would, because you did a little, the cartoon that Tony and Eric did.
Oh, yeah. The
And-
great Eric Myers, rest his soul.
Rest in peace, man.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
But you were so funny in that, and your voice right away was like, it's one of those things that I heard your voice attached to a cartoon, and I was like, duh. You know what I'm saying? Where I was like, oh, that's got to happen at some point. So,
I would love that.
well, that's why you got to like, I know it's not your focus, but like, I don't know, at some point it might be worthwhile to like throw together some little animation reel or something. But I guess with enough stand-up, this is what's great about being in LA
it's
too.
coming for sure.
Yeah.
I'll get voiceover auditions, but you're very good at this. They'll be like, change your voice. I'm like,
You just want to do you.
I just want to do this voice.
Yeah.
I'd be like, just give me the human dog voice. That's me.
Oh, that's coming, by the way.
Come on, guys.
The new Taco Bell dog or the fucking something. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
And but yeah, they're always like doing this, and I'm like, I can't. I'm
Just let me
fucking
do
not.
Craig,
I'm not
man.
Adam. I'm not Melissa Villaseñor. I can't have like 9 octaves
Yeah.
and being like,
Yeah.
you guys are so good at that shit. I'm just like, I try. But yeah, that shit's coming when you just work. I'm like now, because we tried. We did that all ourselves too.
Yeah.
We raised a GoFundMe. We raised like 10, 20 grand to fund the animation and the tour. And that sounds like a lot of money, and we didn't make any money. Like it was pennies on the.
Yeah.
We did 2 months work for $300. Like that's what we all got. It was all went into the project, but it was what we had to do, and nobody picked it up. But it's you got to swing the bat.
Did you know Eric pretty well? Were you guys
Oh yeah, we were super close.
really?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say like who in coming up in stand up was
Him. He was the first one to take me.
Yeah.
He
To you?
Yeah, he took me everywhere. And then Greg Romero Wilson took me to El Paso very early on. I remember that. And Bobby Lee took me. D'Elia took me. I'd host locally, mainly for how
Yeah.
it goes in
Oh,
the
yeah.
beginning.
Yeah,
host
yeah.
local.
Dude, yeah, again,
That's
just a way to get
yeah,
spots. I did that a
stage time.
bunch, man.
And
You
then
realize how many people don't want to, and also what a good
yeah,
how useful it is for I mean
great skill set.
Yeah, dude.
It's great. Makes you strong.
Uh,
Open.
So you did the road a lot with Eric.
Yeah.
Any good stories of just great times with him?
Oh yeah, that guy was nuts. We'd have a hoot, man. I remember this Temecula hell gig we did, and we stayed at a
Not a pachanga.
no, it's just like I don't want to name the name because I get work from them, but it was at it's a different location and a club now. This was at a bar.
Cool.
This was a comedy club.
Right.
At a bar,
Man.
and then we got put up at a little haunted. This is downtown Temecula, so it was like above a biker bar, no AC, shared bathroom, creaky floor. For sure was haunted. Summer Temecula. It's like 89 at night. We made the joke. We got good night sweats, and then we just the biker bar downstairs is just revving Harleys, and we're just like this, and then we do a bar show. A comedy show and just a lot of like hell gigs, but like the best I thought that's a the Road Dogs, like that's a nightmare, but that's like where you bond,
Of course.
but
you laugh about it all together.
oh yeah, this motherfucker can murder so hard. Anyone who witnessed it, I swear on my life, I've seen damn near everybody, and Eric Myers could murder as hard, if not harder, than every comic on the planet.
Yeah.
Is a very rare thing to see. He rattled the building, and I saw him laugh out an audience in Ontario, and they like tapped. He was like, you don't think it's sustainable to murder that hard, but with him, they're just like, nah, like stop. Like he tapped them out. Wow. They're like, come on, man, like stop, my ribs hurt, my ribs. They was
See
just
people
like,
bailed
and
over.
it was like a laugh track. It was just like, rah! You're like, is this a cartoon?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, is this fake?
Yeah.
This sounds fake.
Yeah.
That's how he murdered. And it was insane. Nobody wanted to follow him.
Mm-mm.
Nobody.
Mm-mm.
Nobody.
He opened for
Famous
me
fucks.
at Tampa Improv.
Yeah.
Improv, and I remember a night he just moved back down there. It was maybe a couple years before he passed, and he just was feeling good. He was close to his fam, and he was like, I get a lot of work down here, and I can still go from here to the road, and it's closer for a lot of Texas gigs that he was doing, so because he hated to fly, and never flew, right?
No.
Yeah. And I was just like, leave some meat on the bone, man. I haven't seen you for a bit, but I know it's going to be fucking Murder City and you're the mayor. And he's like, I can't follow that. Come on, you're hiring me. Just making me feel good and being sweet and kind like he was. And then he goes up there and my girl hadn't seen him before. And I was like, please just watch. And then I remember he finishes and she just looks at me. She was like, have fun. I was like, yeah.
Good luck. You're
Good
like,
luck.
yeah. Thanks, bro.
Yeah. But also, I mean, somebody like that, if you're really thinking straight, makes you and the show better.
Oh, yeah.
But for sure, there are times when it's so hard where you're like, it's not even about if I can follow, because, you just get to a point where you go, I'm bringing something, Eric's bringing something, we're bringing, I'm confident I can do my thing. But like, it was, like you said, the tap out. Especially in a feature spot.
The crescendo already happened.
25 of that, you're like, do they even want to laugh anymore?
No, now I got to do 45.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a monster, an absolute monster.
And really funny
on
off
stage.
stage.
Yeah.
Like at
The
a really
best.
quick.
We would just laugh and just have fart jokes in the car riffing.
Yeah. He had all these like in bed Instagram things that I posted a few of after he passed that I went through just a rabbit hole. Just rants about like we had one about Mayor McCheese, I think, and the Hamburglar.
Yeah.
And it was like so funny and so poignant and like shit that you're like, you would never think about, but you're like, oh yeah, this is a great take on these fucking fictional fast food mascots.
He's so fucking, he's his Taco Bell bit, of course.
Famous, yeah. Yeah, look that up if you haven't seen Eric Myers. I mean, that's, I guess, the go-to that
and then
I would say.
He went home for a couple years. He came back real quick, and then he had all new shit, too, that murdered just as hard. And I was just like, what are you, dude? Do you know the story about him and Mitch Hedberg?
No.
So very early on in Eric's career, he was 1 or 2 years in. He's like hosting or featuring for Mitch Hedberg. And he never even told me this story. I think it was Andy Haynes, a very funny, brilliant comedian as well.
So funny.
Andy was close with Eric too, but I don't remember who it was. But regardless, he said that Mitch Hedberg ran into the office of the DC Improv and was like, "What are you trying to do to me?" And was afraid to follow Eric Myers like 1 or 2 years in, at Mitch Hedberg's headlining peak. That's how beast mode this guy was.
Wow.
Living legend. Obviously, I love Mitch Hedberg, and he's a legend. I'm clearly influenced by him. I love everything that man is touched.
I just was at the DC Improv. We, on the last night, put on Mitch, because they were telling me stories about him there, recording an album. We put it on and listened to it in the club at like 3 a.m, having drinks and smoking. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, he's so good.
He was
genius.
Also, the
cadence
and the eruption of laughs from such a pace, and just it would erupt after.
There's nobody like him.
No,
nobody like him. What a true genius. Someone wrote a tweet or some shit about him, like, Mitch is a living legend, and he did like 2 albums. Yeah. Imagine, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got homies that have 9 albums. Rest his soul as well.
But
I'm
favorite
just saying,
Mitch joke?
I love. I don't have a girlfriend, but I have a girl that would be really pissed off if she heard me say that.
That's fucking amazing.
Been in that one a time or two, you know what I'm saying?
That's really good.
No, just kidding.
Craig, I want to close us out with a little Inside the Actor Studio 10 questionnaire to get to know Craig Conant a little bit better. So I'm going to throw you 10 questions. I'm going to be James Lipton from Inside the Actor Studio and answer them as best you can. And if you have a question about the question, feel free to ask.
Hot seat.
Welcome back. I'm here with Craig Conant. Craig, what is your favorite word?
Peanut butter.
Didn't even hesitate. Is that also your favorite food?
Peanut butter.
What is your least favorite word?
Vinegar.
What turns you on?
Tits.
What turns?
Ass. Oh,
you can say both. Yeah.
Ass, tits.
Yeah.
Women.
Yeah. What turns you off?
The destroyers, the haters, you know,
The
just
haters.
like we just have what's good, jolly, fun, happy, and then you just get these people that like
Negative Nancy's.
yeah, you see it in the world, the internet. I don't know what to call them.
Trolls.
Negative trolls.
Yeah.
The trolls. The light diminishers. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. This world is hard enough.
It does feel pretty easy to just go like support, just have a selfless, unconditional like, hey, I hope everything works out for you.
Yeah.
Hope everything like, hey, good luck. And I mean that.
It's a better, easier existence for all.
It's very easy.
Yeah. Good luck, kid. I hope you make it.
Hope you make
and
it.
I really mean that.
It has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
So good luck.
Yeah.
What is your favorite curse word?
Oh, there's so many. Like, I mean, does shit count? But I like pussy. I like say pussy a lot. And fuck. Fuck's classic. Shit, fuck, puss.
Use that in a sentence. When would you say shit, fuck, puss?
Oh, shit. I was fucking this beautiful puss. This guy's going to get me canceled over here.
I think I just saw your future wedding speech for somebody. Yeah, I was fucking this puss. Anyway, I forget what I was saying. Congrats to the bride and groom.
I don't normally speak like this.
Yeah.
It's just, what's the best cuss word?
Shit's a good one.
Shit's my favorite. I'd say shit the most.
Okay.
Shit. Final answer, shit.
Because I think it's universal.
Yeah.
You can say it to accent something funny. You can say it and be really upset.
This jacket is the shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that shithead.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it's got a lot of meanings.
What sound or noise do you love? What sound or noise do you hate?
I don't know. High-pitched noise, sirens, fire hydrants. I mean, fire sirens.
How about this? You do a fart noise and someone goes, ugh.
Yeah, you're supposed to laugh, motherfucker.
Right?
Who doesn't laugh? Yeah, yeah.
Like even in a comedy
Yeah.
club, that or the
The judgment.
Oh.
Or the oh. I'm like, I made it. I sell hoodies, bitch. Don't all me. Don't fucking all me. I got stickers too.
Do you really? Oh, that's you, Lucy. Oh yeah. Where does that loosey goosey come from?
It went viral and saved me.
What does it come from?
I drove a stick shift on mushrooms in front of the police, and my buddy's coaching me through it, and he says loosey goosey. That's the Cliff Notes, but it's a
Gotcha.
long story.
That's a bit that's
it went
online
viral.
too.
Yeah.
All right, so check that out.
Yeah, loosey goosey.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I like to build, carpenter, wood.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a
Build
handy
house.
guy.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
So whoever locks you down is going to get that with them, as far as like,
I'm a busy guy
Hey, babe.
on the road, but yeah, I like to.
can you fix this? You'll have no problem doing it.
some things?
Yeah.
I'm not. I could change brake pads and oil change, but I'm
big
not.
deal.
I'm not a rebuild your transmission kind of guy. That's not. I could do the basic.
You're not going to put together a water bed.
No, those still around. That made me giggle.
What profession would you not like to do?
Customer service. I did it my whole life.
Yeah, dude, me too.
Oh.
I did at Albertsons, the grocery store, for 3 years.
I did 11, homie. Trader Joe's.
Fuck.
Oh, who's talked on that?
If heaven exists, Craig, what would you like to hear God say at the pearly gates?
Welcome back, funny man.
Wow. Welcome back. Holy shit, dude. I'm telling you, the answers get better and better. That's incredible.
What do other people say?
Dude.
They get deep?
Some.
Whack. I'm just kidding.
I've heard,
I know.
That's real
I guess I
good,
could have
man.
got deep. I should have got deep. Oh, well.
I think Jamie Kennedy said, let's run it back.
That's a good one. I like that.
I asked Matthew McConaughey that. I think he said something about where the titties at or something.
Did he?
No.
Oh, titty bitty committee.
But he was cool. He was cool about it. Do you have people like that you aspire to meet or work with someday, whether it's in acting or comedy? Like, is there somebody that's on your vision board?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So many that I can't think of right now.
Give me a few.
Oh,
Like, what would truly make you go, wow, dude, I made it, or like I'm gonna.
it's kind of already happened though because of stand-up shows. But that I just enjoy being on the same show as another guy I looked up and
Yes,
watched.
that's crazy.
But
It's not
of
lost on
course, like I remember fanboying out, and it was the same show, and it was very early on. I was hosting a Monarch show, a Comedy Store main room, and it was fucking Harlan Williams and Tom Green. I grew up on those mofos. Yep. I met more famous dude, whatever,
Sure.
but like I was just like, I had to keep it together, man. And they were so funny and so nice.
Nice.
And they're cracking jokes to each other.
Oh, they're lifelong
inside
friends.
lifelong. I'm witnessing that. Tom Green's so nice. He's ran a bit by me. I'm 2 years in. One of my idols ran a bit by me. I'm just like, oh.
You'll never forget that.
No. Oh my God. What is
That shit's cooler than being on the show with them.
Yeah.
Is those backstage moments.
Yeah.
Because-
And I sat in between them just like this.
Oh my
and I
God.
have the photo still.
Oh, great.
I was like this. And it's me and Harlan and Tom. And, but yeah, Bill Burr, I got to open for him at the Comedy Store. That fool hit me up. That was I was high.
when he did an hour.
Yeah. I was high for a month out
awesome.
of him just giving me 10 minutes.
Him asking you. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. But I would love to work with Adam Sandler and be a weirdo in his movies. So of course, that's the next goal. But stand-up wise, I mean, like I hate to say this, it sounds cocky, but I did it. Like just being on a show with Nick Swardson.
Yep.
I remember watching his special, Who Farted?
Yeah, it's
and that's his. He made me think, oh, I can do this. Like I'm a fart guy. He's a fart guy. He's the king. Oh, he's the king though.
He's coming here Wednesday. I'm going to
Prince.
tell him you said that.
Yeah. I'm coming, baby. And I love that fool, and it's everything he's touched, that silly shit.
I know.
Like him in Bench Warmers, Afraid of the Sun.
Yeah.
Just like, no. And so when I'm hosting and get to talk to him and hang with him in the green room, like they don't even know. I try not to fanboy out because then they're like, this guy's too weird.
Of course.
But those are the moments I cherish most because it's just like, dude, I was a fucking drug addict living at home with my mama, and then I started an open mics. Now I'm sitting next to fucking Nick Swardson.
Yeah.
And Tom Green, these people I grew up watching.
Yeah, man.
Kevin Nealon was a big one. I remember being a little kid watching that fool, watching him and getting a picture with him, and even Sherry Shepherd, my mom loves The View, so and being on shows with her, and I'm like, my family is such a fan of you, and then texting my mom and aunt like pictures of me and Sherry Shepherd and Caroline Ray, and they're just like, I'll
Can't
send my
believe it.
dad like Ron White and be like, it's me and Ron, and
Yeah.
then my dad's like, oh my God, Taylor,
Wow.
and then the Caroline Rays and Sherry Shepherds for my mom and aunt and shit.
That's amazing.
It's wild. It's cool. You can pinch yourself.
It is cool, man. And I'm sure you are, you take moments or days, I don't know, highlights like that enable you to like reflect on it.
That's the only time I'm happy. That's why I try to focus on being focus on what you're grateful for, because then you'll be happy. If you focus on what you don't have, you're gonna be a bitter fuckface.
I fucking love that, dude.
And because we all get caught up. Who doesn't? This world, I saw 8 Rolls Royce drive by me. I got a Kia Optima. You just go, God damn, I need to up my hoodie game, But then you're just like, nah, man. Last year, I had a fucking 210,000 mile car. Now I got 100,000 mile car. I made it.
Glass half full, man.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to be that way, but it truly is, I think, the way to.
It's a better way. It's an easier way.
Yep.
It's a happier way.
I'm proud to know you. I'm pumped to just.
I love you too.
Feel
bro.
like we've, been on the path, at the same time and getting to, watch you kick ass. And
I remember you doing that Wolverine post. Did I tell you that? That one inspired me.
No.
You're like, I used to do Wolverine. Now I headline at Tropicana, and you're on Vegas
Boulevard. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, things like that too, where you just like, they sometimes feel braggadocious, but you're like, I don't know, man. I have never been good at, and you probably cut from the same cloth, where it's like I'm always so like that and looking forward that I don't ever think of, and am trying to get better at thinking of like what's going on versus what I still haven't achieved that I want to, so that you do pat yourself on the back every now and then and go, hey man, there's a lot out of your control. So are you controlling what you can control, which is being a good person, working hard, not being a piece of shit, like taking care of yourself as best you can. And so when things like that hit me, I try to like acknowledge them. And then since I am not doing like a weekly gratitude post, it's just like, and I don't know, I also, that time in my life, I remember so vividly of being at the theme park thinking like, and having people around me that's when the uncertainty of all this felt most real for me. And so that's why when I tap into that, it's easy for me to go like, man, I can't believe I'm not there anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a time where I definitely was like, who fucking knows, man? I'm looking at people across from me that have been here for 20 plus years. And, I know I'm not.
No, those posts are important. And they're not, if you do them too much, it does suck.
Yes.
But if you do them once in a blue moon to reflect, those are, and still inspired me. What was that post? That 9 years ago when I first came into the scene,
Yeah.
Like, and it inspired me. And then I basically did the same post, but with Trader Joe's, maybe like 6 years after that or whatever the timeline was. And it's important to do that shit because it inspires. And I just remember starting with you at that taco shop, you being, or you were a veteran to me, at that time.
Right.
And then, and it's just wild to see where we both have gotten from a taco shop
and still just getting going.
Yeah,
that's what's cool.
Yeah, that too.
Just writing the script now.
Yeah, you need a hoodie.
I would love one. I'd fucking rock a hoodie.
I would have brought one. I gave you one. I'm sorry.
On all socials, just your name.
Craig P. Conant, CraigConant.com, baby. I'm coming. I got like 26 cities. Great. I'm coming everywhere. Check me out.
It's coming everywhere.
All over America. He turned it dirty. You know what I meant.
Good night, everybody. Zoa. Thanks, Rock. Guys, Adam Ray here for the About Last Night podcast. Hope you enjoyed that episode. It was a good one. A lot of laughs, a lot of tears, a lot of stuff to think about and chew on, huh? Because that's what life's all about. Chewing on the good stuff. Nobody said that. Maybe Denzel did. Maybe Tom Hanks did. Maybe they said it together in Philadelphia. The point is, click subscribe right here on the ALN logo so you can get more episodes and stay up to date when new content drops. Highlights, animations, clips. It's all here for you, baby. I'll see you next time. Whoop, I don't know how to blink.